One
year!
Woo!
Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we are Diary of a Family.
And we are living life intentionally with you guys.
Today is a very special weekend. What about, like 2 days ago? 3 days ago? Kind of a cool anniversary happened. Sometime this week.
Last year.
We officially moved into a trailer. A RV.
We were still working on clearing out our house and getting it ready, prepped, happy for putting on the market. Yeah,
I mean, we still had carpet going in. We had inspectors coming. It was full on.
Garage sale in the front yard. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a really fun recap of kind of what was going on the last year. And we'll get to that in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
So, what were your...
And then stay tuned after that recap kind of our year, because we have an awesome interview to share with you that we did earlier in the week. So you won't want to miss this interview.
Yeah, we met another full-time RVer. And
DFammer.
Mm-hmm. And he has...
X marks the spot. Hey, guys!
Saw the kids on replay.
Yes, so earlier, it was about 7 o'clock-ish, the kids went live with our pre-show because they haven't been able to be involved in our live videos very much. So we made it a Q&A with them about their experience for the last year. Super duper cute.
It was fun.
Timmy photobombing, Edison being
photobombing. I mean, he's 2 inches from the screen being like, hi.
He was like full-on cuteness.
Yes.
So watch that.
Oh my word.
Okay, but not yet.
Awesome.
Watch this first and then go back and watch that.
Yeah. Stay with us right now. It'll be good.
Put any questions that you want answered in the feed here, and we will answer them live for you.
Hello again.
Nursing our travel bug. You are back. Thank you for joining us earlier.
Yeah.
All right, so our 1 year recap. We had finished all of our major remodel. Mm-hmm. We were getting carpet installed in the new master bedroom.
We had picked up our trailer in middle of June.
It sat on the lot there for a month. We got it in July. Just before July 4th. It was like July 2nd. It sat in our driveway for a month. And I don't know, I was throwing things that we didn't need right away in there. About sometime this time last year, we moved in and just started clearing the house out and finishing those touches, painting, doing the garage sale at the front of the house. Okay, so somebody asked, I think it was Jason LaRue, asked via Facebook, I think. He wanted to know, so Jason, you wanted to know how many garage sales, how long did it take to get rid of a house full of stuff?
I have the question pulled up. I will read it. How many sales over what period of time did it take to get stuff minimized? Good question for the live.
So we were so focused on the process of fixing the house up on our own.
Yep.
We did not want to sell anything other than a few larger items that we posted throughout a long period of time.
Yeah.
On Facebook, Craigslist, etc. So
we had been slowly selling stuff off probably for months. But a lot of it was larger items. We'd say, hey, we're not using this right now. Let's sell it. Yeah. Hey, this is a large item. We don't need it. Let's sell it.
Yeah. And really what I did for the period of a year is just box things up that we weren't using, that we didn't need anymore, shuttled it to the garage, and when I had a big pile, Garrett would take truckloads of that stuff to Goodwill to donate.
I think we probably donated about 1.5 pounds.
No, not that much.
2,000 pounds of stuff.
We didn't own that much stuff. We didn't own that much stuff. So we did sell some items on social media.
Yep.
We were not going to do a garage sale, but that week before we put the house on the market, our good friend said, hey, I need to do a garage sale. Our homeowners association won't let us do it. We've done garage sales at your house before. They're awesome. Can I bring my stuff and put on a garage sale for you? And she was raising money for her daughter, who was moving across the United States to start a new life and a job and everything. And so we just said, hey, do it.
Yep.
And take the proceeds. And so she ended up, between our stuff and her stuff, selling a good $750 worth of stuff, which was awesome.
Yeah.
For getting her daughter set up. So.
And anybody else use not having to deal with homeowners associations as a reason for going RVing, full-time RVing?
We didn't ever have.
We didn't have to do that. We bought our house specifically because it was not in a homeowners association.
Well, it checked a lot of boxes,
yes.
but one of them was not in a homeowners association.
But now that we're mobile, I mean, we have to deal with RV parks and rules.
RV park rules.
But you're only there for a certain amount of time.
X marks the spot. Hope has been listing stuff on Facebook Marketplace for months. And that's the way to do it, really. And you'll find somebody who wants the stuff. And you have time to get it to them and then pay you for it.
Don't be afraid to put mattresses on the floor.
It's true. We sold off everything and left mattresses on the floor.
Yep.
And then we moved into the trailer and those mattresses went out into the garage sale.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and even if you have a trailer and you don't like the mattress, sell the mattress at the garage sale.
We sold the mattress out of our brand new RV because we were going to use...
Still in the plastic packaging.
Yeah. And somebody was like, I've been looking everywhere. I need to replace the mattress in my RV. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. I want it. Give it to me.
Yep.
I think we sold it for what? $20?
$20, yeah.
Something like that. Brand new, never used.
But I mean,
we knew it wasn't gonna. I wasn't gonna manage on that mattress.
Yeah.
With my back, so I was like, we are taking our Sleep Number, and did you end up retrofitting the bed in the other RV?
Yes.
Yeah. So we actually had to drill a hole in the base. Because if you don't know about Sleep Numbers, they're big air mattresses. So
an air pump.
You have an electric pump that pumps up and then you pump it to your level. And so at the end of the mattress, it's actually technically supposed to be at the head, but we put it at the foot. If you have seen our tour video this week, you will have seen me raise the bed and there's some tubes in a box.
If you haven't seen that video, when you're done with this video, please go over and check it out. We love to show you kind of what we're living in now.
Yes.
And also, if you're interested in going way back, you can take the tour of our first trailer, and the link will be in the description as well.
You're going to see a little bit of that in this next little clip that we have for you. We're going to go back in time.
Way back a year.
Here we go. Are we ready?
Enjoy. Today is the day and we start moving into our trailer. I have, it's all the kids stuff, all the bed stuff. We're gonna start moving the kids over and then we'll move over later this evening. Yep, kids nightlight, or alarm clock is their nightlight. Power on for the baby monitor. There's the rain music, the clock, monitor, and the nightlight. Let's go, guys.
Yay, the triangle! Why do you have the Lightning McQueen helmet?
Are you ready for your first night in our trailer?
Ooh.
All right, what do you think about the first night in the trailer?
I think it's going to be fun. It feels cool.
Cool? You happy to be in a bunk bed again?
Yes.
It is about 10 o'clock and we are, where are we at?
We're in our trailer, finally.
As you can tell, Hair says it'll, still working on the house, but we moved everything over to sleep in the trailer.
So, how does it feel? Surreal, I guess. Excited that finally, after having the trailer sit in our driveway for 3 weeks, that we actually get in it, and actually sat in the driveway for basically a month.
Basically, yeah.
just playing different notes. Oh, I love to eat bananas at the table. The riding lawnmower is so fun, but we sailed on the garage sale. That was fun. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'm supposed to embrace the curls.
Crazy hair man.
Trying.
We've had a lot of good and growing memories in this house. We've definitely had good times in this house, and it is difficult to go, but there's so much more out there for us.
Yeah.
And we're excited for that adventure.
But the memories we've made here are gonna last us through our life. And even if we have another house somewhere else, we will always remember what we've learned here and how we grew here as individuals, a couple, and as a family.
Yeah. We are crazy nomads.
It's our first moving day. It has just begun.
Wow. Okay. Time for dissection, because that was a lot of video right
That was
there.
a lot, yeah. Wanderlost. Hi guys, welcome to our live stream. You joined us just at the right time.
First off, he was so tired in that video, wasn't he?
Yeah, when I was setting up the bunkhouse for that first night, I don't even know if I knew the camera was rolling or not,
And his hair was so...
It was crazy.
Embracing the curls there, definitely.
Question is, I've been trying different hairstyles. Do you like the curl? Do you like the wave?
What, you're asking the DFAM for a hairstyle
advice?
Wow.
I could always just do what I did as a kid and just zip, 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 and keep it short.
Yes, we are crazy nomads. So 1 year in an RV. We cannot say in our RV because you'll notice that video was not the one we're in currently.
It is not.
That was our Highland Ridge that we lived in from the beginning of August until almost the end of October.
Yep.
And it was a good RV. I think that a lot of families would probably do just fine going full time in it.
Yes.
It just didn't have enough storage space for me.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, for people doing, like, let's say they wanted to take 6 months off and go travel with their family, and they're, spring to, like, fall time, that would have been the perfect rig to do that.
Because there really was a lot of storage.
Yeah.
And I guess we could have gone a little bit lighter and stuff, but... Oh, Hope says long curly locks.
Okay.
Right now, his brother has like grown out this huge bushy beard and like grew his hair out.
He looks like Gandalf without the white.
Very
hair.
dark hair like yours. I'm so like, what? Because his brother used to do the
huge beard,
well trimmed beard, but then shaved his head bald.
He for some reason he didn't think that his hair would look nice long, but I guess his hair did something he didn't expect. All right.
So we've talked about why we switched from one RV to the other.
Yes.
Jackson says he likes the wave.
He likes the wave. All right, 1 and 1. Okay.
Well, Jackson's what, 7, right?
Yeah. 7, something like that.
He's just under Emma's age, so.
Yes.
You want to take the opinion of a 7-year-old? Sure. I don't care what he does with his hair.
But you know, we're coming back to the trailer.
Yes.
The first trailer, and we actually had some fun adventures in it.
Yeah, but it was all in Washington.
It was all in Washington. We didn't take it out of the state, but we went up and to Leavenworth and
there's
like
a
my
1,000
birthday.
trails up there.
Yeah, we went to 1,000 trails there.
I wish we had longer, but we only had a weekend.
Yeah, we should have just spent the whole time at that thing or at that park.
Yeah.
And then we went to Tall Chief.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty.
That one's Encore Park.
That's Encore Park. And what we liked about that was we inadvertently parked next to fellow YouTubers and fellow Fulltime Families.
Fulltime Families?
Yeah. The Bialcos, who have a YouTube channel called R18 Summers.
Our 18 Summers. They've been putting out a few more videos because they did Alaska this year with that group with Fulltime Families.
His job has been really, really busy getting the new Fulltime Families website going and up, and they built it from scratch. It's an amazing website. But that's not part of this story.
Check out their channel.
Yeah.
They've got 3 kids, just like us, but they have one who's a little bit older. I think she's 12 now.
Yeah.
12 or 13.
It was such a great experience as our first time, because we didn't know what to expect.
Yep.
We went to Tall Chief being like, it's right there. You know, the Fummins family was going to be there at that time, but they changed their schedule, which is why we actually met up with them at our house, which you saw in that video.
We were not ready to move from our location yet. We were still, I think we hadn't even put the house on the market yet, or we had.
No, we were finishing the carpet,
yeah.
And there's a few other minor touches, and then the inspector was in like the next day.
So FYI, Fummins family they've changed their YouTube channel
to
name
Roadschool.
To Roadschool. So I'm sorry that we're still using Fummins family, but
the links are in the description, so go check them out and give them some love.
Yeah.
They have a great family. They've been traveling for 3 years.
More than that, like 4 years.
Like 4 years.
And they're doing work camping up in Montana for the summer, so that's what they've been doing. So Wanderlost, we are new and still going through some older videos, so we don't know about the trailer switch. Yes, and we held off telling everyone until like November. We
were trying to get caught up in our other videos because we had a huge backlog.
So Garrett was hurrying, getting through as many of our earlier videos as possible, and then we did this huge, amazing reveal on a live stream. One day. So
yeah, we had.
So welcome, Wanderlost, for showing up for our live stream.
The nickel dime tour of why we changed. The first trailer that we were in was very. It was big. It was 37 feet long.
3 slides.
3 slides. It had a pretty cool bunkhouse up front that the kids would. It's a quad bunk up front, so I mean it's perfect for families. It is stripped down. It is not super fancy, and that's what we wanted. However, the amount of storage space that was in the trailer just made everything cramped, and as we were moving into the trailer, it just got harder and harder to find places, and areas that would have been for our closet ended up being used for bins to hold stuff in, and Karen was like, we need to get this stuff out of here.
We hadn't finished sorting through everything.
Yeah.
We still had documents to go through, to scan and shred. We used one of the 4 bunks to store a couple bins of toys and some winter clothing, and I think the laundry baskets were up there, and there was something else big. Oh, the keyboard I think we put up there.
Did we get the keyboard out there?
Yeah. We had the keyboard up there. So it was so cluttered, and like if he was up in the kids' bunk area with the kids, I couldn't get up there. Doors opened for their closets kind of in the wrong direction. You had to be in the bunkhouse to get at their closets. They were big, deep closets.
They were.
So.
And I mean, for me, I could probably touch both sides of both bunks with my shoulders.
Hello, traveling down the banisters.
Welcome.
Awesome. I
Thank
like
you
your name.
That's awesome.
What
name.
a cool name. Traveling down the banisters.
I
assume your last name is Bannister. That is such a fun name.
Welcome.
They say hello, everyone from Florida. Well, welcome. We're in Texas.
We have plans to eventually hit Florida, maybe during the winter time. So
yes, because at this point we have done southern states
as far as Louisiana
in the spring and summer, instead of doing the northern states in the spring and summer.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to flip that around, and it just hasn't worked out yet. But do we want to tell them what we're doing about Texas, or are we going to hold that off until another live stream?
Let's hold that one off for now.
So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be explaining what we're doing here in Texas. Not just my job here in Amarillo, but some encouraging little changes that
we have a couple questions.
Okay.
Skip to My Root asked, how was it financially swapping to new trailer? Much of a loss?
No, actually not a loss at all. They credited us the entire price of the trailer. Yeah,
it was actually really cool. And the trailer that we originally bought was about $49,000.
No, it was just over 40.
Just over $40,000. So it is definitely a lower grade trailer than what we're in right now. The one we bought now was about $80,000.
So we bought like half of this rig.
Yes.
In that other one. So we traded it in, and they gave us $40,000 in. It was like $39.99 because that's what we had on a receipt for that first one.
Yes.
I mean, we'd used it for
like 3 months.
2 months, 3 months, and we'd done warranty work on it, and
it was a 2019 model too. So the company that bought it from us could say, hey, it's a 2019. Yeah. Yeah.
And they were gonna handle, like, our front door had issues, and this one has issues too. We've had bad luck with front doors. Like, seriously, it's so hard to get in and out.
When it gets hot, it gets really hard to open those doors.
It jams. Anyway, so we had also finally sold the house and had that money in our bank account, and realized we have a lot more left over than we thought. Truck and trailer, the first truck and trailer, had been paid off completely.
Yeah.
Now our truck was rated to be able to pull this rig, so we did not have to change that.
Yeah, we went with the premise of buy a bigger rig, to buy a bigger truck than we needed to pull our rig. So when we came to upgrading to this, our truck still met all the specifications to tow this rig. And then financially, really and truly, we put another loan
big
in.
Big chunk down, cash, and then we took out a loan. Really like a car loan.
It's a car loan. It's a car payment.
It's not very big. I mean, I think $250 a month.
$230, but
and that, other than our health insurance, vehicle insurance, and regular bills, that's the only debt that we're paying on.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So really and truly, we swapped a $114,000 mortgage payment for $24,000.
$24,000 of what?
No, sorry, $24,000 loan for the trailer.
I don't remember how much we owed on the house.
Well, I mean, we owed, like you would owe on a house.
Our mortgage was, and we got it with good interest.
Yes.
A good percentage. It was like $1,250 a month, and that's pretty decent for a 3-bedroom house in Washington.
Yes.
And now we're down to just a $250 car payment.
Yep. We will be very happy to be able to get rid of that payment.
Yeah.
However, it's much better for us not to have that huge amount of that home over our head.
Yeah. We were definitely like, we want to be out of debt, but we're not comfortable in this other rig. So, and we wanted Grand Design to begin with.
Yes.
We love the build. We know they do really well with
couldn't find Grand Design
We couldn't find Grand Design to begin with. They do really well with their warranty. We've gotten the full warranty, the extended warranty, and at this point we haven't had any problem with getting things fixed.
Yes.
Although here in Texas we're having trouble finding a dealer to do it.
The closest one's in Lubbock, and we called them and they're like, yeah, we only deal with our own customers. Like, what? There's something odd about that.
So he's going to call Grand Design first thing in the morning and attempt to find out if we can just get a tech to come out.
Yeah, there might be techs that can do the inspection, because it's just the inspection.
Okay, so I'm reading through the comments here.
So we're right there.
Oh, okay.
So thanks. Wanderlost said, thanks. We are really far ahead in our videos too far ahead or behind?
Behind, probably behind.
Do you do it differently now?
Do we do our videos differently now?
As we did a year ago? Yeah.
It's a learning thing.
It is.
Like, I used to be able to edit on iMovie on my phone, and now I can't. I have to do like maybe a general edit and then hand it off to him because he's so much better on his programs.
Yeah. That
you could tell the difference if I put out a video and he put out a video. So I give it all to him. What else? Are we missing something? So Wanderlost is currently in South Dakota.
Originally from Arkansas.
So
that's on our list.
Emma wants to go see Mount Rushmore. So we may end up landing somewhere in North or South Dakota, close to that area.
Well, that and travel nursing jobs are really good up there.
Very good up there. That's what
we like mountains. We like to see mountains again. We haven't seen mountains since
mountains would
March.
Be so nice. Okay, traveling down the banisters. We have been there. It is super hot here. Yes. Traveling down saying hello to Wanderlost.
Yep.
Yes.
How do we do our internet?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a short video. If you go through our...
just tell them what the video said so they don't have to find it.
I have 5 different ways that we stay connected online. 5 ways. The majority of them require, going to a coffee shop, using the RV, Wi-Fi, which sometimes is spotty.
It's pretty good where we're at, but we're not using it for our live streams because we can have that drop off sometimes. Yeah. So what we're using right now
is a Verizon hotspot.
And it's linked to my phone.
Yep. And it's right now it is basically holding this live stream together.
We had some issues in Louisiana at our last spot. And I found out that if I moved it over to the other side of the trailer, that it would work. So sometimes we try opposite sides of the trailer, depending on where cell towers are.
Yeah, we have figured sometimes taking this and putting it over there in the kitchen slide has a better signal than putting it right here. But right now we're like probably 100 yards from the cell tower. It seems like really good.
But then we also have hotspot on my phone. So
and then as far as like uploading videos, we can use either my phone or her phone to upload the video like overnight or something like that. And then the video itself is uploaded, and then we just jump onto whatever Wi-Fi we can get to do all the back end, the thumbnails and all that.
And cell phones, we're using 2 different carriers so that if one doesn't have reception, maybe the other one does.
Yes.
So he has AT&T and I have Verizon. I was AT&T until we decided that we needed a second carrier, and we needed to get that hotspot.
Yeah, and so changing carriers is also kind of a cool thing to do. Yeah. We do hope to eventually get some kind of a cell phone booster. Mm-hmm. Right now, it's a $300, $300 to $400 chunk of money, and right now, probably getting an RV GPS
is more important.
Would be a better use of that money.
Either that or some of the stuff we need for being more comfortable. Boondocking.
Yeah.
Batteries and what else do we need? An inverter.
Yeah, battle-borne batteries, and
we're gonna try it, but for short stints.
It's just a couple days.
We've got to get comfortable with it because at the beginning of October we're gonna be boondocking for like over a week.
Yep.
But so we'll tell you guys more about that later.
Yeah. There's a great dealer in Fort Worth, McLean's.
Ooh.
But that's
Fort Worth. Where is that?
Fort Worth. That's northwest of Dallas.
Oh yeah.
That's a ways away.
Yeah.
If we're heading that direction and we still need to do something, we'll see about it. But we might try and get dealer somewhere else. Wanderlost asked, I meant your filming schedule. Our weekly videos are coming out months after we do them because we only do one a week. I was wondering what the margin is between filming and publishing.
Ooh.
So for us...
We have a few items that are hung back from when we were in Louisiana. Yeah. But they're like list videos that we can publish at any time because they're fun.
We have a couple list videos, a couple campground review videos. Mm-hmm. And those ones I'm going to be releasing kind of on Wednesdays. So the larger videos, the more processed edited videos are going to be released on Wednesdays. Videos that are more like vlog style, like this is what we're up to in Amarillo.
So
will be
that's usually about
like a Friday.
week off from shooting.
Yes.
It's more current.
Yeah.
But it gives him a chance to kind of put a little story together.
And then we're going to try and throw in some smaller videos on Saturdays every once in a while. But it's going to be like a random thing. We don't have any schedule on that. So right now
and then
we
of
have
course
three.
We're live on Sunday.
We have 3 scheduled videos: Wednesday, Friday, and live on Sunday. So that's kind of our schedule at the moment. Hopefully that answers those questions.
No ordinary path. Almost missed you. I've been grocery shopping. Oh, good. I'm glad you got groceries.
You guys have been nuts on Mount Rainier.
Oh my gosh. We're
No
so
ordinary
envious
path.
of you.
Yeah. They've traveled more in Mount Rainier in
I
like
know.
the couple weeks they've been in than we did in 6 years.
I know, of being married and living so
An
close
hour
to
and a half away from there.
Okay, so traveling down the banisters, we are fifth wheelers as well. I love fifth wheels. Was scared of the hitching process and everything
At first.
but I've overcome that.
Yep.
Although please don't talk to me while I'm hitching or unhitching because man, we can really screw it up. X marks the spot. Oh, saying hi to the banisters and Wanderlost. Oh, yeah. Wanderlost says hi X. Traveling down the banisters. X marks the spot. Hello, nice to meet you. They are awesome.
Yeah.
We've interviewed them. Go back just a couple of weeks and you will see their interview. Awesome couple. They were actually planning to go full-time in October, but due to certain circumstances and trying to get nurse travel jobs, they are going to have to stay put for an extra 6 months and then do that. But they can tell more of that. So.
And after you guys watch some of those interviews, especially for you new RVers and friends that are on the channel, let us know. We'd love to get a hold of you and have you guys on our show as well. Because we have some pretty cool RVers coming up in the near future, really.
Yeah. And even if you're just transitioning or getting to that point, we want to interview you about that process. So if you're not full-time yet, that totally does not disqualify you from getting to know. We like to interview DFAM people who want to share what they're about.
And their story. It's awesome.
Let's see. So we read that one. Try a Mimo antenna. Oh, we'll check it out.
Yep.
Is that what you guys use, Richard and Hope?
I believe it is.
Okay, traveling down the banisters. I will check out the video. Verizon has been the best one we found. We are currently looking into the new To-Go travel unit. Ooh. But it is so new, I cannot find too many reviews.
Well, if you have a YouTube channel, buy it and then review it.
Buy it and review it. That's a niche market right there.
Yeah.
Traveling down the banisters, we use multi-carriers too, and WeBoost. So I know a lot of people who have WeBoost, but we don't have it. But we have a video coming out if you're interested. Always looking for new and better ways.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not very
being able
original.
to stay connected is
very important.
Is very important.
Yeah. At this point, we haven't really done very much outside of large cities. We're always close to a large city because that's where I got to work.
That's where hospitals are at.
That's where hospitals are at. As we start ramping it up, getting our rig ready to do more boondocking. We're going to be further out. Like we were out scoping out our first boondocking sites, and I don't know that we checked the internet there.
One of them, the one we checked out yesterday, the internet dropped completely out when we dropped down into it.
But today, so we'll probably be at a spot that has no internet, but not too far from where we could go back to internet.
Yeah.
But we're only going to stay for a couple of days and get our feet wet.
Yeah, we definitely want to try boondocking and staying one night at a casino.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
We need a place to stay. The RV park that we were gonna stay at looked very sketchy with rundown rigs and people milling around, and it looked kind of like druggies. And we're not comfortable. We're gonna eat and move on, and then we ended up in a casino parking lot for free. That doesn't really count.
Yeah.
It doesn't count because we just slept and then we got up and moved the rig again.
For you new people, new DFAM members that joined us, check our 2,800-mile journey across America to get to Louisiana. That will kind of give you an idea of the journey we took to go most of the way across America.
Yes. We were really branching out from just Washington State, living in Washington State, and hitting the road for my first travel nurse assignment. So it was really scary, but we made it, and we got through that assignment, and we're on our second one, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm going to share more about that for those of you who are interested in the travel nurse stuff.
Yeah. No Ordinary Past said that is always something to look for when scouting. At least you'll be prepared if you know you won't have internet.
Yeah. X marks the spot. We have not tried boondocks yet. Well, you're going to have to.
Yes.
And you're going to have to come and do it with us sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Because we absolutely miss you guys. And I'm sorry about your poor puppy dog and him having to be in a brace. Gidget still hasn't resumed walking on that foot. They think he tore his ACL.
Now, how long are our assignments?
Oh, the shortest that we can make them is 13 weeks. I do know that there are some travel companies that will assign you an 8-week thing, but really the hospitals are like, to get the most out of you, they want you for at least 13 weeks. So they'll get a full 12 weeks of using you. We did extend in Louisiana because this job here didn't start soon enough. So we stayed for an extra week. Yeah. We weren't planning to celebrate the 4th of July in Louisiana, but we did.
Yep.
Let's see. Traveling Down the Banister says, Mark is right about the MIMO antenna. They are a big help for boondocking.
We will definitely be checking those out. And once we get more into boondocking and exploring, we're going to be able to not have to do as many assignments.
Right.
And so we'll be able to actually spend more time out in the wilderness and out exploring.
I don't feel like working full time for the rest of my life. I am so selfish.
I know.
So selfish. I need a break. We need to focus on other things that are more important.
Yeah.
We need to be more intentional. I am really enjoying this hospital in Amarillo, so I have to come out, tell you guys about this one. But first, we've got an interview, vlog that I shot about the one in Shreveport.
Yeah, we're going to put that together as well.
And then when I do, I can do a comparison now, but I don't know that I will because it's apples to oranges sometimes. This is a very large hospital here.
Yep.
So,
let's move on to our interview. So we met a couple days ago on Facebook, another full-time RVer named Steven Johnson.
Another DFAMer.
And he is on his way up to Colorado, and he'll explain that why in the video. But
I think his final destination is Wyoming.
His final destination is Wyoming, but he stopped here for a week in
Amarillo.
Amarillo.
There you go.
Gosh, and he asked on Facebook, on one of the groups I'm a part of, does anybody know how to edit videos and can help me with workflow stuff? And is in Amarillo. And I'm like, we're here. So we met up with him, and for like 2 days we actually did some stuff with him, hung out with him, and he is a veteran, and he will tell you.
Doing the same with you. Today we're living life intentionally with this guy here, Steven Johnson. We just met him yesterday.
Yep.
For the very first time. He's a DFAM member, and we are interviewing him today for you guys live on our channel.
Yeah. So welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us and our viewers just a little bit about yourself?
Okay. So I'm native-born Texan.
Texas?
I grew up close to Houston. Now I live in San Antonio. I spent 8 years in the Air Force and disabled vet. And I was married from the time I was in high school all the way until just a few years ago. And I have a son who's 24. Hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric.
Welcome.
And also, hi, Mom, because I know you'll watch this later.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Yeah, by the way, I will definitely send this to Mom.
Good. Yeah, send it to your mom, definitely.
So I moved around all over the state. I've traveled some as an adult, but last year I made 2 big trips, and somewhere in there I kind of got the bug to get an RV, and as time progressed, I ended up with a job where I can work remote, and so
Great, awesome. So we're gonna come back to your work a little bit later, but right now we want to know what's your truck and your RV setup, and is it your dream rig?
Okay, so right now I've got a 2013 Ford Raptor towing a 2970 Grand Design Imagine trailer. And no, it's not my dream rig, although I do love the truck, and the rig isn't bad. I mean, the RV itself isn't bad. So I'm thinking that my dream RV is probably going to be a nice little fifth wheel, something not unlike what you guys got. Of course, it'd be nice if I had a special someone to share it with, and share my adventures. Really, that's the big thing. It's not just the RV, but to share adventures, because this is all just one big adventure to me. This is what
And what is life if you're not sharing it with someone?
Exactly, so where I see myself in a few years is probably with a 1-ton dually and a nice fifth wheel, and I'm gonna tug that thing all over the country as far as I can go and see all the places, because I got about another 10 years worth of mobility left, and then my joints are gonna go. So.
Yeah. So, and you're a Ford guy, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All the way?
Absolutely. I will buy a Dodge. I don't hate on Dodges. Just, GM. No. No. Sorry.
What about Chevy?
Chevy is GM.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
No.
There's my ignorance right there.
No, as far as, I would seriously consider getting Dodge. I'm not blowing smoke on anybody. Cummins engine, and Dodge makes a good truck. But if somebody said dollar for dollar, here's 2 1-ton dualies, pick one, I'd have to go with the Ford. Okay.
Ford guy. There we go.
How long have you been traveling on the road, and why are you doing it?
Okay, so I've been in my RV now since, probably March. I got it, and like I said, I traveled some last year, but that was just in the truck. And I've got a tent camper, or a what do you call it, a truck bed camper.
Okay.
So it looks like a Conestoga sitting on the back of my truck.
Nice.
And that worked for the travels that we took last year, but I wanted something obviously a little bit more, capable of handling bad weather.
Okay.
And so that's when I broke down and I started looking at different RVs, and of course and then I found the Grand Design, and I was just like, now that's me. That's
a Grand Design.
Yep.
Yeah, all the way.
And
where did you buy your Grand Design?
I bought it in San Antonio at Explore USA. And the funny thing is, I went to several different places. By the way, since y'all are in Texas, if you do need to stop and have any service done, Explore USA has, I think, like 11 locations across the state. They're only in Texas.
Okay.
But they are very good.
Okay, Explore USA in Texas. 11 different locations. Check them out. He recommends.
Grand Design. And I stopped by the one in Bernie, which is outside of San Antonio. And that's another one of those weird Texas names, because it looks like Bourne.
Bourne, but it's Bernie.
Bernie, but I stopped by there, and I looked at several, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want, but they just weren't willing to negotiate. So I went to the one, surprisingly, that's only 4 miles from my house. And it wasn't even a negotiation. It was like, yeah, I'll take that one at this, and got my nice little military discount.
Awesome. Awesome. It pays to be a veteran at times.
Yes. It does. Well, it at least reduce how much you have to pay.
Yeah, that's great.
And I am grateful for the places that offer it.
I find so many RV parks offer that discount to veterans and military families, so I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, and I went ahead and I got into Escape Bees and Good Sam and everything else, and now I've got a KOA membership that I've got to go pick up. And I figure, hey, if you'll take more than one, I'll just keep throwing them on the table till you say stop.
Yep.
That's awesome. All right, so we've learned that you have a passion, a huge passion.
Yes.
For photography and nature in general. So can we see an example of that?
So let me back up. This is back to the previous question. As it was part of the previous question was why? And yes.
Okay.
And I didn't get to the why, and I
So
apologize.
Why do you travel?
Why do I travel? It's because I want to go take pictures all over the country. And last year I shot the Grand Canyon, I shot the Pacific Ocean. I've got some wonderful pictures. And even just in the last few weeks, I shot painted bunting in Johnson City.
That's what it was called. You showed us that picture last night, and I was trying to describe it to
my mom
Garrett's mom this morning. I was like, I can't remember what the name of it is.
Painted something.
Painted bunting.
Yep. And I was just, you know, as I was telling you before, I shot some flowers, and they're called spider lilies, and
absolutely gorgeous.
And just I've got this little photo frame that's this is why you're here, and it's right up on you know, the little entryway, the little counter where you put your keys and stuff. Because I watched your video.
Yeah.
Same place I put my keys, but I've also got my little picture frame right there, and that's the one that just kind of keeps reminding me, hey, you got more pictures to be taken. And
more places to explore.
Yeah. So this year I'm headed up to, or in fact, right now I'm headed on Saturday out of Texas. It's the first time I'll be able to take my rig out of Texas. Kind of hit that point where I'm like, all right, you bought an RV.
You've got to
go. Good to go. Yes.
Just living around San Antonio is not RVing.
We experienced that as well, where we were sitting in Washington, wintering up there, and just like, why did we decide to winter here? Why didn't we hit the road when we got the RV?
Come south, my friend. We have warm weather.
We went through like 2 massive snowstorms,
a
windstorm, and an ice storm.
And an ice storm. And with, you know, limbs falling down through roofs of houses and trees falling across the road.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah. And I've seen cold weather. In fact, whenever I went to basic training, it was in San Antonio, and then they immediately flew me to Chicago in November. And
Chicago's bad.
Yeah, I spent Chicago to April of the next year, right outside in Rantoul, Illinois, Chanute Air Force Base. And you know, I have never seen 5 feet of snow before. I have never seen minus 60 wind chill factors. These things don't exist on the planet Earth as far as this.
The Great Lakes.
Luckily, in Western Washington, you don't see that kind of weather. It doesn't drop further than like, you know, a couple of degrees below zero in the coldest.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm from Texas. Humans don't live in those kind of zones. So,
hi to Chris on the North Pole.
Right, Chris always
joins,
and he's always like, "Hello from the
Arctic Circle."
The Arctic Circle, yes. He's not actually at the pole, but he's beyond the Arctic Circle, and it's always like.
Y'all can keep that. This Southern boy is going to stay, and I'm trying to find 80 or below, or well, maybe even in the mid 80s wouldn't be bad. Here it's 100 degrees today. It was over 100 degrees.
103 at our trailer.
But it was 19% humidity. It's a dry heat.
Yeah, very dry.
It's very, very bearable.
You have this huge passion for photography. Yeah. You're working on videography now, which is kind of how we connected.
Yes.
You and Garrett hung out yesterday and had a chat. So what are your plans for bringing amazing content to YouTube here in the future?
So, of course, I'm setting this up with 3 channels in mind, but down the road. Right now, I've only got 2 created. One is going to be Lightful Mind RV, which is focused on RVing, and Lightful Mind Photography is going to be focused on photography. Now I'm going to create a Facebook group called Lightful Mind Vet, which is what I call myself, you know, and that's everything's kind of in the beginning stages. But eventually what I want to do is I want to create a channel called Lightful Mind Vet, and I'm going to go and I'm going to find other veterans and find how they've things that they do to help them get through PTSD and other issues.
Yeah.
For me, it's photography. Other people I know, some organizations do stuff like Heroes on the Water, and they take vets out and go scuba diving or fishing or skiing or whatever.
Right.
I saw somebody who was a gentleman who lost both of his legs in war, and he's out there playing golf.
That's awesome.
I gotta find this guy. So, but
this seems to be really important to you.
So
this is your call.
Yeah, I eventually want to get that going and create a 501c, just to catalog, you know, just to find all these people and say, this is what they found. Because in my experience, and I've talked to a lot of other vets, the VA does a lot of good things, and I'm not going to bash on the VA much, but at the same time, their approach to dealing with PTSD and other issues that we have as veterans. It doesn't do as much as trying to figure out, you know, what it is. There's
finding that inner peace.
Yeah, there's a thing called the Spartan Pledge, which a bunch of us take, which is one of the key parts of it is that my mission is to find a mission.
Yeah.
Something to live for. Something.
Yeah.
Something that will drive you to a healthy lifestyle, healthy living.
And I'm sure y'all probably heard that there's a lot of veteran suicide.
There is a lot. That's tough.
Yeah, finding that mission helps take you away from those dark places. And I'm having a bad day today, but you know, some days are better than others. But if I go pick up that camera, start looking around me, you know, it brings me back.
So where are you heading to next?
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking a 2-month tour up the Rockies and then come back down on the other side. Next stop is going to be in Colorado City, Colorado, and then on to Fairplay. But my goal is to get to Jackson, Wyoming.
Why Jackson, Wyoming?
Because my mother watches a YouTube channel, and they do a live streaming on the back of the inn. They call the Rustic Inn in Jackson, and so I wanted to go up there, and I've got this big whiteboard in the back of my truck right now, and I'm gonna paint on there, "Hi Mom," and I'm gonna call her up and get her watching it, and I'm gonna hold it up and say, "Hi Mom."
That's awesome. I love it.
So that way I can also get some pictures from up there, so she can see what, you know. For one, she's always wondered what is the backside. You know, she's looking at the river. What does it look like to look back at the building?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's this YouTube live stream called?
It's called I think it's just Jackson Hole, Rustic Inn at Jackson Hole. That's what it is. Rustic Inn
at Jackson Hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
we'll find that channel and link it down below so you can go check it out yourself.
Yeah, and it's just a beautiful little scenery, and during the winter, of course, all the snow, but you have the deer and ducks playing in the water and whatnot. And she just enjoys it. It's just peaceful.
That's great. That's awesome.
I'm gonna go disrupt it. No, I'm not.
Sounds like a great mission.
No, it's something that she'll remember for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
And you know that it's something really important to her.
Yeah.
And so you're sharing what's important.
And be able to show her more of what's around there. And then also, I mean, this whole thing is like I said, it's about photography for me. So I'm taking pictures, and she can, you know, see some of the places I go. And like I showed her the Grand Canyon last year, and it's just, I'm sure you guys have seen it, right?
We were there for a grand total of half an hour.
Yes, when Emma was about 8 months old.
Okay.
So it's been a while, and we would like to really explore the area much better.
But you know what that feeling, that oh my goodness.
That oh my goodness experience?
Yeah, the oh my goodness.
Edison, sit down. You're photobombing. Here, baby.
Hey, bud.
Sorry.
But yeah, the whole experience of seeing the Grand Canyon, and I mean, the word grand doesn't do it justice. I haven't found a superlative yet to describe it.
So it's one of
the grand,
you almost
majestic.
consider it one of the wonders of the world.
Yeah.
Great wonders of the world.
Yeah, it is. And I've got this huge pano that I took, and I'm going to get it printed out, and that's going to go. I know exactly where I'm going to put it in my house. See, I still have a house, even though, you know, I know a lot of RVers sell their house. I just rented mine out to my son and daughter-in-law, and a friend of theirs. Hi, Erica. Hi, Tom.
Hi, guys.
But yeah, so I still have a place I can go back home to, and you know, whenever I do finally get ready to give up RVing, which hopefully won't be anytime soon, but
you'll have somewhere to go back to. Right?
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, honestly, some equity in it too.
A lot of people do keep their houses and rent them out.
Yeah.
Pauhana still keeps their house, and so they are on the road only part of the year. I don't remember exactly how many months out of the year they are.
I didn't know.
But yeah, they have a house.
Okay.
So you're not the only one.
Yeah, but it's funny because we sit there and we refer to almost everybody, you know. So you've got Mark and Trish from KYD, and you've got, you know, Phil and Stacy from You, Me, and the RV. By the way, Hi, Phil and Stacy. I've met you guys in San Antonio.
He's gotten to meet them. We haven't yet. So, I mean, really, some of us, it's been the only way that we could get on the road to get that equity back out of the house that we purchased, to buy the rig, to buy the truck. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to do it in as comfortable a way as we have.
Yeah, and I understand that. And in my case, because I can work remote, it allows me to be pretty much anywhere. As long as I got a Wi-Fi connection or got a my hotspot is able to get cell reception, I can work from there.
Quickly, do you want to share with the DFAM what kind of work you do?
Well, so I can.
Well, that's great. We are losing light here very quickly. So how can our viewers contact you? I know your YouTube channels are not quite up.
Yeah, so the YouTube channels, by the way, my real name is Steven Johnson, and it's just Steve Johnson on Facebook. But I will have the Lightful Mind Vet Facebook page created here, hopefully within the next month or two, because that's, I need to get that established so then I can send links and say, hey, I posted this video.
So we'll just have you contact us with that information when you do get it, and we'll go back, and so in a month after this comes out, we should have that the information updated so people can find you in the description with this video.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you again, Garrett, for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you,
It's
Caroline.
been so much fun getting to know you, and safe travels, because we may not see you for a while.
Yeah, like I said, I'm taking off Saturday, and after I get done with Fair Play, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to Jackson, but I will get there.
You will.
I've got a plan on RV Trip Wizard. Whether or not I stick to that plan is TBD. We'll get there when I get there.
And isn't that the life? You can change your plans,
and
spur of the moment.
If something else were to come up, which today was a pretty rough day, but if something else came up, I may have to abort plans. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I'd like to make it all the way up and then come back down through Utah and back into Colorado and then finally back into New Mexico. I want to go see all these places that I've read about, and Taos and George O'Keeffe Museum over there and everything. And see, George O'Keeffe is kind of an inspiration of mine. You'll notice it in some of my photography. You'll see I do a lot of the backlit flowers and stuff. So
we are so excited to see what you come up with. We're going to keep following you.
Okay. I look forward to it. Thanks, guys.
So we're going to go back to our live feed.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
That was such a deep conversation.
Yes.
What you don't see is the emotion that he was working through at times. We're not going to discuss it too fully, but Stephen is one of those people that it was a joy to get to know him and what he's about, and he's such a big teddy bear.
Yeah, I mean, he's served as...
I'm like tearing up.
Yeah.
Trying not to.
I mean, he's an amazing vet. He's wanting to help other vets. He understands the problems that veterans have.
Because he's
experienced it, and he wants to find a way to help them. And it's so amazing. And honestly, it's like we wouldn't have met Stephen had we still been living in our house in Covington. And it is amazing what happens when you get out of the little bubble that everyone kind of has when you just live in a normal house. Yeah. And I mean, we did the same thing with the Covers.
Right.
We ran into them.
We'll have to invite them back on the show.
Yes,
we did an interview with them before they left the park.
Yeah, we want to have a live interview with them.
Our first park in Louisiana, we met a family there, and just finding out what they're doing with vets as well. It was so encouraging to know that there are people out there who are working towards the benefit of these men and women.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get the chance, you've got to meet Stephen.
Yes.
And in between some of those takes that we had, he was on the phone with his son. He's lost his 16-year-old puppy. This is
Cricket.
Cricket was at the point where he just was not going to have quality of life. Yeah. And so over the phone, I mean, he was pausing. I was like, do you really want to do this? Do you want to, maybe we shouldn't. And he's like, no, I want to do this interview.
I mean, he could have dropped everything and just driven back to San Antonio.
And we never would have gotten this interview.
Yeah.
But he decided, I'm just going to manage it over the phone. His son was with his puppy at the vet.
Yeah.
And so the puppy wasn't alone.
Well, and anyone that has dogs know that any dog that has lived to be 15 or 16 years old,
especially as large a dog as
that dog has lived a real full life.
Yeah.
I mean, he was with kids growing up. I mean, he was with major life events, and that is a big part of the family. So our hearts and our prayers go out to Stephen and his family right now as they're dealing with the loss of their dog. So
and Stephen, we want to thank you so much for this bottle of wine that you gave us. Cannot wait to try this out.
Yeah.
I was contemplating pouring myself a glass during the show, but I think I'll just leave it there for another time.
Yeah, we did not expect it at all. He's such a very giving and generous person. Yes. He also took us to the Big Texan
to experience that. And
kids thought it was the kids absolutely loved it. Those little hats that were on our pre-show live stream.
Watch the pre-show. Watch the pre-show. It was so cute.
Yep, they were wearing those hats, and that came with the meals at the Big Texan.
If you're in the Amarillo area, you have to make sure you go to the Big Texan and check it out. It is a touristy
It's a tourist trap. But
you've got to say that you've done it.
Yes.
So
it is on Route 66. It's on the Big Texan on Highway 40.
It's not going to be the absolute best barbecue that you've had.
No.
It's not. But
and to answer X Marks the Spot's video, I did not do the 72-ounce challenge.
I wouldn't have let him.
I did the quarter, the man versus food, their plate, that plate.
Yeah.
And I finished it.
It was a big,
It was a third of a 72-ounce steak.
No, I think it was a fourth.
A fourth?
It wasn't even a third. I think it was a fourth.
It was a fourth? Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't even that much.
Yes, grilling. Grilling.
Uh-oh.
They had grilling and barbecue.
X Marks the Spot said they lost the feed. I see green. We're still green. Can you still hear us, X Marks the Spot? I hope it's not us. I still see green.
No, I'm not seeing anything right now.
Skip to LaRue grilling. I know.
I'm not seeing comments.
Yours was better.
Huh. It's probably not something with us. Because for us, it shows that everything is just fine. I see you guys. Not been on that steakhouse.
Skip to LaRue.
On my radar. If you're a steak connoisseur, you might not. You might be let down
by the food itself, but the atmosphere is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a couple of gentlemen, one with a fiddle and the other one with a guitar, come and serenade at the table.
Oh, when we have that video come out, you gotta see Eddie's reaction.
Loved it.
Oh he was just glued to the music. So I think we're raising some musicians in our family.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I need to pull my guitar out more.
Yes, we need to do that more, but not been to that steakhouse, but it's on my radar. Yes.
In Amarillo, stop there on your way out. They also have an RV park that is attached to the Big Texan, the Big Tex RV park.
It's a couple hundred yards down the road.
It's about half a mile. You
get a free limousine ride from the RV park to the Big Texan restaurant.
And guess what the RVs or guess what the limousines have on the front grill? Texas Longhorns, real Longhorns. It's awesome.
They're awesome. We are thinking of staying.
We might
at
actually
that
stay
RV park, just to bring you guys the experience.
If we're considering monthly spots right now in Amarillo. We've kind of narrowed it down to two spots. One is this one, the Big Tex RV Park.
And the other one is Fort Amarillo that we actually went in and looked at today. The spots are tight, but they've got a good play area. And
a fenced-off play area and a pool there.
Yes, an indoor pool. So it might be worth the extra chunk of change being right there. And it's only like 5 minutes from the hospital. So we'll cut down on our gas from moving around and from commuting in and out of town. I mean, because it's like 40 minutes for me to drive. And when we boondock, it'll be more like an hour. So, okay, good. Traveling Down the Banister says they're seeing comments again.
Yep.
Skip to LaRue. So have off topic, let's see, off topic, have the kids and y'all had many kid interactions during assignments?
Our first one, yes, very much so. We got involved in a church in Shreveport, and we got them in Awanas. We got them involved in church group. There's a small group for families there.
We sent them to Vacation Bible School.
Yes.
So lots of kid interactions.
And every time they saw a kid at the RV park that we were at, they
had to make friends.
They had to make friends.
Even if they were only going to see that child like that
once.
evening. And then the child would be gone like the next day.
So we're doing our best. It's a little different out here. I don't know if we picked the best RV park to start in Amarillo.
It's not in Amarillo.
It's not in. It's in Panhandle, Texas.
And it's a little itty bitty town, so there isn't much out here.
It's 2,000 people here. It's really way out there. We're in a gravel parking lot. It was hard to kind of get a lot of information, but the price was really good. And
price is good, and free laundry.
And free laundry. Anybody doing RV? Have you ever seen free laundry before?
I haven't.
Because we haven't.
Not until now. They give you a code to the laundry room, and it's 3 washing machines, 3 dryers, and they just ask that you make sure you turn off the AC.
When we were living in our RV at Lake Sawyer in Washington, the people that we banked with, they were getting to the point where they were pulling out $20 to $40 in quarters for us.
At the
bank, and they would almost have it ready for us
on Fridays.
When I come to pick it up.
And then when he didn't show up, like they would notice, and the next week when
you're
he
like,
came
well,
in,
I got all these quarters out for you, and
you weren't here.
Sorry, we were out of town.
Let's see. We drove through Amarillo, so this is Wanderlust. We drove through Amarillo a few years ago on the way to the Grand Canyon. I remember 2 things: Cadillac Ranch, which we haven't gone to yet, but we will, and the stinky cattle sale. Ooh. Well, it hasn't been too stinky out here, though. The flies are pretty bad.
Yeah, we
killed a bunch in here before we started.
We might do a special on how to get rid of flies in the trailer. We have something in mind.
Yes, he wants a toy.
Yeah.
Steven was like, oh yeah, you gotta do Cadillac Ranch, and all the flies out there, they're like high on all the fumes.
They'll leave you alone because they're so high off the fumes. We do plan on going to Cadillac Ranch, and we will put our mark on one of the vehicles there and all the paint.
Yes.
We'll find something fun for the kids to put on as well, so they won't feel like they're left out.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious on the places y'all stay with the kid stuff, but yes, I go to church always, a solid staple. I mean, it's very helpful. We look for churches online for